It may look like any other overpriced Allston rental property, but for those in the know, this is a crucial historical spot. Every bit as deserving of a place in the pantheon of Bay State landmarks as Paul Revere's house or Plymouth Rock.
Thank you for coming out to where we once came from.
You see, 1325 Comm Ave is where 5 scruffy outcasts lived in 1972, working on songs for a band they'd call Aerosmith, a fact celebrated by the city of Boston and the band in 2012. And that got us wondering, what other fascinating stories are there hidden behind otherwise ordinary-looking facades? Join us as Chronicle sets off to uncover the mystery of hidden histories. A stucco house on a busy street in Watertown. Inside, a typical basement, makeshift paneling, seasonal storage, and the mandatory underused exercise machine. There's little here to suggest that this is also the site of one of the great origin stories in all of rock and roll history.
This is where I managed to get my start, and you know, it was humble beginnings.
It's been 42 years since Tom Scholz set foot in the house where he wrote and recorded the first Boston album. A collection of songs that roared out of this basement and conquered the world, selling tens of millions of copies worldwide.
Hi! Oh my God, so good to see you!
Nice to meet you.
Oh my God. I read about you, so your face is familiar.
Don't believe anything
already.
you read.
When we asked homeowner Greta Matavosian about a visit, she had no idea who Scholz was or what had been created in her basement.
Maybe I should sell the house and make a selling point.
If we could go downstairs, I'd love to see what it looks
absolutely.
like down there now.
Is this the same? I'm just curious if the rock...
It didn't have the carpeting on.
Scholz worked on music in this basement at night
I used to have to duck every time I came through here.
while employed as a newly minted MIT grad at Polaroid.
There were days when I didn't make it into Polaroid on time, well, most days actually. I was a horrible employee. I put a wall, a little simple wall from here to here, right where the curtain is.
Scholz bought used equipment and modified it to suit his needs, designing his own devices to match the sounds in his head.
I actually had to invent a lot of stuff that didn't exist. That's when I put it there.
You put it there?
Yeah, I can tell.
Really?
I can tell
Oh
because
my
it's got masking tape around the edges.
With the exception of vocals and drums, Scholz recorded the entire album himself. His challenge, to make his overdubs sound like a real band.
I would actually close my eyes, blank out that I was in the basement of an apartment house in Watertown, and I would literally imagine I was in front of thousands of people playing this rock and roll music, and it worked.
CBS Records didn't realize Scholz had no band when they signed him. Even the late Brad Delp, enlisted to do the lead singing, didn't realize there was no band.
He found out about 10 years later, it had been just done by one person, and he didn't know that.
What's more, Scholz insisted to CBS that the record be made his way, right here in the basement.
When I got the CBS contract, they sent a real producer and a real engineer. So they came down and told me, after they looked at it, we can't possibly make an actual real record here. This isn't, you're not serious about this. I said, yeah, I'm serious. He opens the door and he starts to go out, and then he stops and he turns around.
The CBS producer was leaving, the deal off, when he changed his mind and rock history.
And he says, look, you make the record here by yourself, bring the masters to LA, we'll mix it in LA. And I'm standing here, and I was going to say, that's great, but I hesitated just 1 second, and he says, and we'll split the producer's royalty 50-50. I said, thank God I waited a couple extra seconds.
Right here, I didn't recognize anything. But
Meanwhile, Greta Matavosian has been doing some remedial rock and roll homework.
Definitely so familiar. I've heard it, but I didn't know who was singing it. Now I know. Now I know in details. Oh my God.
Such a great song. And Tom Scholz's story may seem like your stereotypical overnight success story, but like most overnight success stories, it was a long time coming.
Right, Scholz had been working in that basement by himself for 6 years, working on demo after demo, and the last demo he did was going to be the final one if he didn't get a response. Fortunately for fans of Boston and all that great music, he got the response, and the rest, as they say, is history.
All right. Exploring a curious connection, the professional wrestler and the punk band.
1, 2, 3! If you had any part of keeping the name alive, then it's an honor.